Do you wonder what happened to your pet soul when they die? If you have children, do you want to know how to help them to understand where their pet goes when their body dies? If so, this episode will help you with my experience as an animal communicator to get some comfort and resolve about that. The thing is that fleshy, soft bodies, they don't last forever. They get tired and they wear out. And as upsetting as it is for us, animals don't seem to be attached to their bodies the way that we are. In every conversation that I have had with an animal preparing to leave, there is no attachment to their physical bodies. No doubt that their spirit will move on. And if they so choose to have another earthly experience with you, or they have not completed a soul contract with you, or there is work to be done with another person, they know that they have the free will to reincarnate. I spoke more about that in this video, Are You Coming Back? Animal Reincarnation. So be sure to check that one out. If you don't know me, I am an animal communicator, a trauma expert who helps people and animals to heal from unresolved trauma and attachment wounds so that they can live a healthy, balanced, and long life. I've also written a pet grief guidebook called Where Did You Go? How to navigate through pet loss, death, grief, and get to the afterlife to help you to get through this difficult time you may find yourself in. There's also a companion memorial and grief journal that goes with it, and it makes for a lovely gift to give to someone you love who has perhaps just lost their pet. Please, as always, like and hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified when I go live with another video. I also read all your comments and questions, so please keep adding your voice to the conversation. We learn from each other all the time. I've helped many animals and their humans to prepare for their final transitions. I learned so much from a wonderful old billy goat called Hansi, who described how he would leave his body on his own, and what happens after was quite remarkable. On the last days that I spent with Hansi, each step of his final passage was so purposeful. He coached me through the difficult parts of the dying process that I was having as his body organs failed to function. After a bout of vomiting and straining to defecate, he managed to eat his last meal, hand-fed grated apple and carrot and some cod liver oil with pellets. And the next day, when I saw him, his throat was really constricted and he was hanging over the trough, crying and making very ineffectual noises as he tried to drink. I wanted him to know that I was here to help him if he wanted me to help release that constriction in his throat. And after a few moments, when I did, he relaxed and stopped trying to drink altogether. He bleated to his sheep and his horse friends and his people that had gathered around him, holding space. And on very wobbly legs, he began to move in the semicircle around his friends and the land. And he asked me to tell his humans who had been holding their breath, very distressed at his apparent difficulties to walk and his constant bleating, that this was how he was able to discharge the energy that was kind of building up in his body so that it didn't become debilitating for him. He asked us to respect that he was walking his goat along the energy grids and the ley lines of the land to help him gather his energy, life force energy, back into his body, that he would need it in order to leave. Most people think that when we die, our energy body needs to be outside of us, that it needs to split from the physical body before we die, but that happens after. Hansi's concept of walking the goat is something that I've witnessed many, many times. And when I kind of liken to walking the spiral path inward, coming full circle between death and rebirth, and there's a real reverence for the physical body that feels like the ceremony in the walking the goat with a sound. I find that quite comforting. And during Hansi's final days, as weak as he was, he held his magical horns high and walked slowly around, and he was pausing to smell the aromatic rosemary in the grass and He thanked the plants for their beautiful scents and nourishment, and he expressed his appreciation to the land, to the other animals, his favorite horse Odin, his dedicated carers, and his humans. And he advised me in very sage-like counsel that a strong body has to be taken very slowly to death, or it becomes traumatic for the body and the other beings holding space for him. That's why he was doing these sort of great circular walkabout movements and calling out as he gathered his energy into his body and lay down and took his final breaths. He showed me that death doesn't have to be traumatic, especially when it looks like the animal is in pain or distress, that we just need to breathe. And just before his final breath, his energy body, I could see his soul beginning to expand and grow bigger, like when you look at the sun through squinty eyes, and it's infinite and it's so beautiful. And he then showed me his soul looking down on his lifeless physical form. And I saw his humans holding him. I saw the men that cared for him, and the other sheep and the horses and the dogs just moving around. And of course, I saw myself. We could all feel his energy everywhere, touching everything. And unlike people, the living animals continue to do what they always do, knowing that their death is not the end. Like Hansi, all the animals have told me over the years that we have to get skilled at how to experience everything holographically, to move between the physical and the non-physical realms through our subtle senses, and to stop diminishing life through all our belief systems and filters that this is all we have. They say that we have to become big enough as to feel into the tendrils of all our relationships and all of our kinship to the cosmos and our connection with nature. And what some call the rainbow bridge has always been there. And it's our job to connect our physical to the non-physical worlds without needing to know what takes place after life. Yes, there's a soul. The etheric body grows much stronger now that there is no physical body, and they are with the collective soul group, which includes your ascended self, just as they do when they're living. Now the fun begins in deepening your spiritual connection with them. I'd love to know what part of this resonated with you, if you have witnessed other animals walking their bodies before they're about to transition, or what other subtle cues you've noticed. And as always, please leave your comments and questions in the section below. I read every one of them, and we can go so much further together than apart. So keep doing your work, and thank you for being here and part of my community. I really appreciate you, and your animals appreciate you because you're doing the work and expanding your love through nonverbal communications with them, and doing your grief work, doing your shadow work, your inner work, and learning how to be an expansive, infinite being and the person that they know you are.